Right then, hello, we should be back for session 2 of Maneater via Xbox One X. Because we want our achievements, yay. This, well, this should be video 4 on YouTube. I'm going to change the format in a bit. I've tweaked the volumes as well, so that'll hopefully be a bit better. But also, our little issues with timing for videos should be better. I didn't really want to do a sort of 2.5 hour single upload, so I thought I'll split it into sections of the game. That's a bit rough for the first session, the first 3 videos, but it'll be factored into this one. And we will be resuming in Sapphire Bay, but we'll probably want to backtrack a little bit. But offline, I've also been doing a bit more time on the PC version, including realising it has support for NVIDIA Ansel, so I've been having a little bit of fun sort of using the screenshot mode. If you don't know what that is, Ansel is a sort of screenshot suite provided by NVIDIA, assuming you got a GeForce card of course, that will freeze the game and it'll let you move the camera around a bit the way you wouldn't. Unfortunately, it seems to be a very limited implementation in Maneater. I'll just get some of them going. Boop, that was a bit sudden. So you can get some really nice shots, and it'll even let you crank up the detail to very high levels, which may be unsustainable in gameplay. But unfortunately, with Maneater, it currently doesn't seem to support super resolution, which would be upscaling to 4K, 8K beyond. It also doesn't completely get rid of the UI, so you can see some of the pictures have got little elements still on the screen which kind of ruin it a little bit, like animal names or highlights, things like that. So I actually have to work a little extra hard to try and get nice and clean screenshots. You can see right there, there's like little red arrows on the great white in-mouth shot. But that's it's a little bit of fun, but like I say, Ansel is a little bit limited. For example, you can't actually move the camera very far away from our shark, as it were. The range is limited, which then gets a problem if you try to take pictures of, say, the great white, because you have to swim close enough that you generally activate the hostile AI. So it is what it is. Also, the field of view slider seems non-functional, and not talking in terms of what we usually think with video game field of view. In terms of photography, it would be your zoom in and out, and personally I quite like sort of screenshots or photography with a low field of view, so it's the object is dominating the scene nice and close, filling the frame without getting that sort of distortion and fisheye around, appropriately fisheye, around the edges. Right, so that is my babbling and intro done for the start. Let us get into the game. Which I'm not quite as prepared for as I could have been. Yes, we shall continue indeed. But hopefully the Ansel support will improve a touch. I really hope that field of view slide is brought in, but failing that, I can cross my fingers that certain very talented people might look at this game for their own virtual photography and create some better tools, like the free cam tool in Ace Combat. That was an interesting load.
Only the prosperity created by global capitalism allows vacationers to purchase Sunyer buns and Port Clovis ashtrays.
Very interesting loading. That is actually another thing with Ansel on the PC version, well, obviously the PC version. There are times it seems where it just stops working completely, the hotkey doesn't function, and it says it's because certain cutscenes or gameplay can't be captured. But it's in normal gameplay, and to fix it I've kind of got to load another save game and then go back to the other one. It seems to be triggered by loading screens, so who knows what's up with that. Okie dokie, we are in Sapphire Bay. I think we've done our little evolutionary things. So we've made it to the open ocean. We are out of the freshwater. Well, I mean, we got out of the freshwater here, but we're out of the lakes, we're out of the Boyard. This is the proper stuff where we will encounter the likes of great whites and orcas, neither of which we particularly want to mess with at the moment. But plenty of nice janky animation, but nice chubby seals. It's going to take a little while to get used to 30 frames a second again. That's because it's level 10. I'm too weak to take out this seal in one go. I've gotten a bit ahead of myself by getting in here. So we should probably head back towards Golden Shores? The golf course area. And now this one, however, we can deal with. It actually gets a bit sort of crazy later on in the game where you get to the high levels, because you'll start taking on things like great whites without having to fight them. You can just one bite grab them in your mouth and chew them up. It's nice to see the kelp. In fact, this is where some of those screenshots were from. The Ansel ones. Unfortunately, nothing equivalent for console users. No photo mode actually built into the game. I'd like to think that would change, but I wouldn't count on it.
As coastal communities face ecological collapse and ruin, it's still reassuring to know you can get in your 18 holes.
Thank you, sir. Okay, what have we got over here? Lobby jumps.
In the kill or be killed world of the sea, performance-enhancing mutagens provide benefits that could mean the difference between life and death.
That license plate might be just a little bit high up at the minute. There's a Mako over there. And this is the kind of sight you might actually see in real life after flooding. And as I understand it, after Katrina, there were in fact bull sharks sort of swimming up the streets of flooded areas of you know, the area. I'm going the wrong way now. New Orleans, that's what I'm meaning to say. Yeah, we are nowhere near. The crazy thing is, you just saw how little we jumped there. We will be able to get that later on. That's how high we're going to start jumping. Oh, it's a golf course one. What's it say? Money. Oh, it's money bags. I get it. So different license plates in each location. Okay, story thing over on the left. Mako there. Probably be able to tangle the Mako okay-ish now, which is just as well. That's my electric jaws, stunning. Whoa, we're going for little jumps. Flighty sharks. But Makos do in fact jump. They are highly regarded game fish. Oh, got me. Oh, there's two of them. Crap. I wasn't quite ready to be taking on two. Oh god, is that a third one? I have to adopt a more hit and run approach to these kingfish. grab them. They'll be coming soon. Oh, he's got no tail or fins. We were very short to be ready to go beyond teen to Super Teen 3 or adult. So don't get too much used to this, because basically as we go through each phase...
The third iteration of Pier 1 famously collapsed on the day it received historic landmark designation.
Gone the wrong way. We will get more and more ugly, essentially.
Baton Tordu was built just in time for the slow decline of golf as a popular sport.
Let's get back on those kingfish. Oh, here you go. Background as well, great. They're just all over these kingfish. Got quite close there. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's onto us. Quite a jump he did. Stunned from missing. Phew. It is not uncharacteristic for a bull shark to eat other sharks. Whether Makos and bulls would meet in such an antagonistic way? Not sure if that's documented. Makos are well known to eat other sharks, but they are the fastest of sharks, so... unless another one really gets a drop on it. If it's a large Mako, advantage would tend to go there. Well, the thing about Makos is with those teeth, they're not very great at eating very large animals because the teeth have no serrations. They are smooth, needle-like teeth made for gripping onto a fish which they then eat whole. Although, I say large ones have been known to eat seals, so... just a hell of a difficult time doing it. Another one on the left. Ooh. I'll avoid him if I can. I've gone out of range for the kingfish that affect the mission though. We've got a landmark in there. go. I'm not sure if the idea of the shark bouncing along that like that is terrifying.
Golf ball
Hilarious.
diving is an exciting and growing field where you can risk alligators and venomous snakes for 7 to 10 cents per ball.
They're incredibly unlucky to have, you know, as scuba divers, to have managed to die in this little this little pond. And I'm going to presume there isn't normally a shark in here.
Hockey sticks are still legal according to Baton Tordu course rules, but not for long if membership director Doug Thompson has anything to say about it.
Is that going to be a... For a moment I wondered if that was going to be a license plate. Ah, it's down deep. Okay. Oh. Oh dear. A hunted Mako. Now this grate... Oh, that's a note to bring up actually. I was saying earlier that a pup couldn't get out of this area because it couldn't jump over the sort of dam to get into here. What I forgot is with the cheats, you can open any grating just by, you know, ramming it. So you can actually get through that one on the other side of the boyard. The bayou, sorry. And then get into the starting area of the game, and from there you can actually get everywhere else because this is all connected open. So you might not be able to make the jump between these two, but literally everywhere else becomes open with the cheat. So if you want, you could be a level 1 pup out in the Gulf with the great whites and the orcas and the sperm whales. I'd imagine you'd die very quickly, especially if you weren't leveling up at all. But hey, in real life, that's part of the reason why bull sharks breed in rivers and estuaries. Get them away from the large predators. I mean, lemon sharks do it as well. They stick to estuaries. They don't go into fresh water.
No one can tell what may be found in a shark's stomach. It's truly the ocean's garbage can.
In particular, if it's a tiger shark.
Unlike the cautious shark, the barracuda is often quick to attack.
Well, that depends. Like I say, as long as you're not carrying any sort of like obvious jewelry and such, a barracuda's probably not, you know, going to be too aggressive towards you. Just as well, seeing as, you know, they are schooling fish. Well, certainly certain types of barracuda can be schooling fish. Then again, so can certain sharks, like hammerheads. Nom nom nom. Oh, hello, catfish. Oh, straight into a Mako. Not ideal. Stunner in there. is a bank holiday Monday at the moment, which, well, it's bank holiday here. Of course, I think it's Memorial Day in America. So hopefully everybody's having a good one wherever you are in the world. It's a shit show in this country, but there you go. Oh, not another Mako. Oh, what's this story one? Sport of Kings. Alright. Also a landmark. Let's take a moment to appreciate this city in the background. It's very neon, very green, which is not the usual sort of neon colour I think of.
The members of Baton Tordu who commissioned this piece apparently found it whimsical, whereas if you ask me, it's a little trite and unimaginative.
Well then, that's them told. We're actually going to get a similar line to that about a different landmark out in the Gulf. Don't mind me, just a little bull shark popping over to... Oh! Sprinkler! Ah! Oh, it does not work. Well, of course not, because it's not a lack of water that's the problem.
The bull shark demonstrates the importance of getting enough minerals in her diet.
Okay, we can become an adult. If we so choose. So where is the grotto in relation to us? Oh, it's over that way. That's fine. We can check out what these are. Let's confront those first. That one's breathing. It's fine. I totally intended to miss that grouper. Sure you want to do this? Okay, I have an objective to get these humans. I might get a couple, but I think I might save some for later, which is a terribly morbid thing to say. That's partly because I probably want to be an adult before summoning a horde of hunters. So it's a license plate, which is probably a bit too high to get for a teenager. What about... Alright, there's some in the pools. Okay. Hoppity, hoppity, hoppity. Flop.
Somebody's drinking team has a drowning problem.
That's a lot of golf buggies. Funny thing about that, actually. It's making us think of the coin game when I was driving the golf cart into the lake just to see what there was. Did not go so well here. Ah. Thing on the stream. Fortunately, these are not so much pools as they are just, you know, golf course water hazards.
The
More like little
appetite
lakes.
of this shark is nearly insatiable.
And as I was saying yesterday, there is actually a golf course in Australia, in Queensland, that does have a population of bull sharks living in it. Probably not getting that one. Check that out though. Yep, pretty much easy. They've got signs all over telling you no swimming. Sharks. The way I reckon it happened was, ooh, it was actually in the cave. Ooh, it is. Okay. Well, what the hell? Let's go for it. They're reckoning flooding in the mid-90s. Population, the river burst its banks and they're reckoning some baby sharks basically just ended up stuck in the water hazards when the water receded. And, you know, 20 years on, they're still there. Might even be breeding. I reckon there's at least, well, last I checked, I reckon there was about 12 of them. Oh, that's all above. Okay. Let us leave the cave. We just got ourselves a hunted mako, which has a nice sort of white streak pattern to it. I think it's just a case of they got there on their own and seem to be surviving just fine, so they're just letting them be.
For anything to satisfy the gluttony that is their defining trait.
Of course, it's brought, you know, publicity for the golf course, so they're kind of quite happy to have them there. They have a proper shark golf tournament. Okay, probably can't get that because it's probably really high up. Let's have a peek. Yeah, that looks a bit high. It's kind of funny, you can actually just swim around like this if you want. If something happens to go in your mouth, then you kind of automatically bite it. Going around like this with your eyes closed. Bad catch.
Not really a gourmand. The bull shark will eat just about anything.
Even airline food would be the joke, although to be honest, I've found airline food pretty palatable for the last 20 or so years.
Over the course of a bull shark's life, it will ingest quite a broad assortment of flotsam and jetsam.
Ah, the two eels from The Little Mermaid. As we've just found out recently thanks to Kingdom Hearts. That's probably too high up. Alright, let's head to the grotto and become an adult. Fortunately, it will make us even less cute. Just a barracuda, eh? Well, as an adult, I think we'll be able to get barracuda in one bite instead of having to fight them. Okay. Gotten some nice protein and oil and minerals, so that'll also help us a little bit for any additional evolutions.
King mackerel are host to 23 parasitic species. So who's the real winner here?
Oh, that's a lot of parasites I've just eaten. Let's see, although I'm level 10 as a teen, I still can't grab using my jaws. By the looks of it. Oh, jeez. Launch. Plenty of protein. Oh, what level is this one? This might be an adult. However, I do see more nutrients over this way.
A shark is never one to pass up a fat fiesta.
Going through this way. Barracuda should be right here. Oh, there it is, the little triangle, there it is. Sad that I've got to keep going at the map. Oh, it makes you miss the Wii U, where you don't have a map on your second screen almost all the time. And that's how a shark grows up. Not really.
The
To be
shark
clear.
is now an adult, and she should probably spend less, save more, and start researching indexed mutual funds.
So there you go. Breach lunge, air lunge, and lung capacity all increased. And yeah, we're looking a bit rougher for the wear now. Let's give that an evolution. Tier 4. And if I can... Hearty... Yep. Tier 5 on the sonar. It's reached max level. This is actually, I've noticed, the menu has a unique, more detailed model compared to the gameplay. As far as I can tell. Anyway. Which is a bit of a shame, because I'd quite like to explore that model in that case. But it seems to just be a kind of static, apart from when you select things like so. I can't say that with definite certainty, but it seems to be a slightly more detailed model than this. Alright, so we don't really have to fear those Makos much anymore, in theory. As it swims me. Because I can do this to them now. Oh, he still managed to grab us. There you go, we can eat them in one go without all the chunks now. So that's more convenient. Alright, what do I want us to do now? We do have some apex predators back there. We do have a story objective over here. Get some more catfish, and then we might be introduced to an apex. Alright, fin some, lose some. We'll go after the golfers again, I think. Hello Goldie, welcome to the stream. More Makos.
Quite a strange conglomeration of stuff will end up in the stomachs of sharks.
Yes, if you'd like to go away, Gate, that'd be lovely. Probably going to end up attracting the shark hunters here, but we should be able to cope with them now. I mean, we probably could have coped with them before, but... Aw, failure. You might want to try running away a bit more.
Lack of oxygen can be taxing for a shark.
Right, we got 6 of them. You know, after I've been on the putting green and such like that, you might want to try running away a bit more. Because plainly this is not safe.
The shark hunter is the only thing keeping tourists from a nasty, horrible death. Outside of just avoiding the beach for a few hours.
Hello? Okay, we need 2 more people from here. I'll quickly... Oh, there's a Mako just chilling out down there.
The shark fin traders come every year to Baton Tordu, because what other way is there to celebrate killing beautiful animals for tasteless, nutritionless body parts than a $450 round of golf?
Justification. They eat shark fin soup.
Yeah, a breeze would be nice. It's hurting me. I know it. Anybody else see that?
Yeah, cold arms and legs.
It's another unsuccessful shark hunt for the people of Port Clovis.
That's one mission down. Star mission over there is another... Oh, another 10 macrofish. Didn't I start that one? I did. I only need to get one more. Oh. But just have a little warp over here.
The shark returns to the grotto to focus on personal transformation.
Or just because it's a convenient fast travel. Was some nutrition.
The bull shark is able to attain larger maximal sizes through selective feeding.
License plate down here. And we got an albino grouper for some nice mutagen. Alright, Miyako, I'm a level higher than you now. Ooh, and a landmark. Oh, I think he's trapped himself.
Upon using this medication, if you experience priapism, do not attempt to
Oh my
improvise your
god,
own surgical
it's
shield.
Viagra. Okay, I've got two things to point out here actually. Okay, first, obviously, this is a Viagra joke, hence stand tall, full mast pharmaceuticals. Bottom line being, kind of hard to read. Leading distributor of Contacts and ED supplement. The other thing though is, if I look at this, that says Iveco on the front. I think that's a real life truck company. Somehow I doubt they have licensed the use of the name, which amuses me. I wonder if that's like a generic asset that's been bought from somewhere. So, you know, it's always one of those things when you use an actual brand. I think it was one of the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six games on the Xbox 360. I think it was sponsored by a car company and all the cars in it were that one car. Kind of like how in, was it Iron Man, which was sponsored by Audi. So you kind of only saw Audis in the whole movie. Ooh, nice jump, sir. Oh, you've beached yourself. Oh, he's so desperate to get away. Okay. Ah, that's opened from the other side. Another gate. Okay. Alright, let's actually do the story one. So I'm gonna make on the left. Just swim right past this time. Ooh, that one over there is a landmark. Must be another water hazard.
New USGA Rule 4.182 might have saved these damaged clubs from abandonment.
Yeah, someone got very angry, so they threw a lot of golf clubs in here. Oh, hello people, apparently I've got to eat you. Well, actually I don't have to eat you, I just have to kill you, which... wouldn't exactly say the positive out here. Massacre on the bridge. Actually supposed to be going here. There we go. Get our last king mackerel.
Nothing gets a kingfish in the mood quite like watching a 73-year-old hit a double bogey. The fact that they've turned the waters off Baton Tordu into a spawning ground attests to their love of seniors golf.
There's a lot of Makos hanging out here, actually. 1, 2, 3. I think that's a fourth one all the way over there. Not sure why they went for Makos in this area, since they are generally a very open ocean, deep water shark. Pelagic would be the word. Were you attracted by the blood? Because I'd be quite interested if you were. Oh, you just seem to have turned off your AI at the minute. Time to reactivate him, I think. Or is he just stuck? Nope. Right. One more story one over here. Big Mac. Oh, more! Killing more mackerel. Well, I'll get to that one by going through these little cuts. Another Mako. So, yep.
This instantized protein makes a great between-meal supplement, giving the shark the energy she needs to put on serious madness.
You know, on the note of swimming pools before, what are you doing in here? I must save this old woman. Oops. You would question how with that Mako. Actually, this may... I might have to go out that way, because I only have adult jumping at the minute. Nope, that's good enough. Oh, hey, golf. Fortunately, these do not have real physics, the solid geometry. We can only imagine that that swimming pool is not only salt water, but no chlorine. Which, honestly, that tends to be how pools are when they're right next to the ocean. You just sort of pump some seawater through them. Like that in a lot of hotels when I've been on holiday. It's a lot cheaper, just to be blunt.
Bubba Fondo and the Barracuda boys were voted Port Clovis'
Does mean you get
best
salty
party band
though,
3 years
so
running.
they still tend to have the showers
Curiously,
next to
none
them,
of
but
the
instead of
boys
washing
are
chlorine
actual
off, you're
beer
washing off the salt. Man, everyone's getting involved in this one. Surprised I can't take the Barracudas in one hit yet. How dare you? Right, oh, yeah, right here. Oh man, let that one go. You're not a kingfish, but you're in my way. Ooh, he seems a little bit broken. And not just because his tail's missing, but just the way he's swimming around. With his mouth wide open. Eight. 9. And our last one.
I don't know what that is. Maybe a rainbow trout?
I'm wondering if that's a joke for doing so many kingfish missions. Ooh, actually... No, I can't open that one. I have to be on the other side to open that one, that's right. Ooh. I can assure you that much won't be true. Once where bigger Barracuda will be snacks. We've already finished off the Apex Barracuda as well. I think soonish we should be thinking about the Apex Mako.
Hunger is a driving force for the bull shark.
Any little things to do? Fuck. Oh, are you kidding me? 10 more kingfish. Oh, hey, that's an easy license plate. Some determined jumping. The threat level does go down if you go a bit of time without killing people. That's interesting. Didn't notice that before. So as long as you don't kill loads of people in one go, you can get through these missions without summoning all the hunters after you. Right, I need to find a way to get down there. And the answer... might be that? Check the one behind us first, in case that goes down. Oh yeah, this is going to be it. Yeah, this is where I fought the Mako, the hunted Mako. Oh, Barracuda. Unaffiliated with Seagate.
The cigar-like shape of the Barracuda is instantly recognizable and unmistakably found.
Oh, come on, Sid. If you see a Barracuda and you think phallic, you've got a funny idea about phalluses, I think. Oh, that's gonna stream. Yeah, so you get 3 levels of enemy fish, if you like. You get basic ones, then hunted ones, which are slightly higher level. They've got a unique skin pattern. And then you get one-off apex ones, which are high level again, and have got a unique physical design. So just a reskin. In this cave, there was a hunted Mako, which is the in-between one. So it had a sort of white and blue stripes. I still appreciate the design of marking the exits in orange. Ah! Perfect timing! It's time to meet the Apex Mako. Mako War, not love. Apex Predator, the fastest shark, Mako, capable of speeds of up to 46 miles per hour. Which isn't fast enough to not end up as bycatch in a commercial gill net.
The Sultan of Speed, the Mako.
It's missing an eye. It's been replaced with a golf ball. So he's level 15, so he may be quite a threat, actually, especially if any of his cronies join in. He still yelps like a little dog. Oh, there he goes. Get that other Mako involved, but I do want to eat catfish. Ow. For evasion there.
fast and aggressive, the mako is known as the peregrine falcon of sharks. But as the peregrine is a land-based bird, this designation means nothing to the mako.
I'm also glad they're saying Mako and not Marco. Apex Predator down. Which means that is the bulk of Golden Shores. There's still some things, of course, with these side missions, which I think will ultimately contribute to the story. But nothing too major to worry about just yet. I can't get to them yet until I can open that. So, the thing to focus on now is probably going to be these in here, the catfish, and what they'll trigger. So for now, that's the first real section of Golden Shores done. We'll see in the next part where we go back to the river. This is a bit that's going to be cut out on YouTube.